Hey, it's Raph. I'm 2 months post-op, 4.5 months on T, and if you can see the workout equipment situation behind me, I'm working on buffing up, and we'll see where that goes, but I'm trying my best. Disclaimer, I do feel like I'm healing fairly well from top surgery. If you look online, it's like you see the dream come true, like completely breathtakingly amazing results, or you see the nightmarish, horrific results. And there's just no in between online. So keep in mind that like those two kinds of results are the ones that go viral. There's like a whole range of other results in between those two extremes. You could be healing anywhere within that range. I share my results as documentation personally for myself, but also to show what recovery could look like for someone of my race and my body type. I'm a mix of like a cocktail of different like white European races and Filipino. And so my like skin tone is more like in the olive, like kind of tan kind of range. And I can get pretty orange in the summer, and then like I can be quite fair-ish in the winter. Pre-op, my nipples weren't exactly pink. They were more of a like beige, like fawn-ish kind of color. I'll probably like put a swatch somewhere. Like pink nipples aren't gonna be normal on my skin tone, but they're not gonna be as likely to stand out as much with someone with much darker skin. And that like will play a part in how my nipples look after surgery and along the timeline of recovery, and like whether or not I get all my pigment back. That's my race stats. And then as for my like weight, I'm like on the chunkier side, which is I think different from the like leaner or even like more muscular people we do tend to see when we're looking up top surgery results. So I want to be here to like provide like something that looks a little bit different, where I'm like standing at like 5'4"-ish and weighing in at like 195 pounds. That said, for my 2 months post-op update, I've broken down like what I've noticed into like 4 categories, and that's mobility, pain, appearance, and sensation. So number one, mobility. I feel pretty mobile. Like I do feel like some stiffness if I stretch my arms up, but that's about it. I'm able to work out and move, and I don't feel restricted when I do so. And I seem to be able to lie down on my belly and on my side. Number two, pain. I actually, interestingly enough, didn't really feel much pain for most of this month. It's only just been like the last 2 or so weeks where I've been feeling like pain on my left pec, which is interesting because that's where I feel the most sensation. After a month, I could lie down on my belly just fine, but like the last 2 or so weeks when I lie down on my belly, like this hurts occasionally, and when I'm doing my scar massage, this tends to hurt more, so that's interesting. Number three, appearance. Time for me to get shirtless. This is where I'm at, and I feel like I'm healing pretty well. And like I said before, because my fatty tissue before they were removed were like stationed very close to each other, as a result I have connected scars, and I'm honestly like fine with it. Pink Manta Ray on Instagram, like he has connected scars and he looks fantastic. He's honestly goals. Some parts of my scars are quite raised, some of them are thicker than others, but like I'm not too bothered. I'm healing at my own pace, and I'm happy with where I'm at this point in time. This part does bother me a bit because it's pointy in a weird way, but if it doesn't improve, revisions are always an option later on, so it's really not the end of the world, and I'm at a good spot with how I feel about that. This spot like is a little bit raised, but I'm not extremely bothered by it, and I'm just really proud of like how thin this part is. Hello, kids. Don't mind my children. They're like watching Papa record. This part does feel like more stiff than other parts of my scars, and like after like a scar massage, it does feel way softer. The right side is a little bit swollen still, but it's definitely better than it was at the 2.5 week mark and at the 1 month mark. I honestly feel like it's at a good spot. This part that was like really like weirdly like swollen and red and angry, it's definitely doing way better. It's still not ideal, but it's getting there. And my left pec is my good pec. Like look at him, he's doing great. I do tend to feel more pain on this side. I'm not concerned because it's not like debilitating pain. I do have much more sensation on this side than I do on this side. So for my nipples, like I'm definitely getting some pigment back, but like I still have like blotches of pink, and they're not very raised, but we'll see how they feel and how they heal. One thing that I figured was worth noting is that when my arms are like down and relaxed, this is bunching up. If I'm like arching, or if my arms are like raised, this is like much more like tight, I guess. And finally, number four, sensation. The parts that I had sensation at before are about the same. Like this part, I feel sensation. Like below, I of course feel sensation, but I think I'm feeling more sensation now as I get closer. It's still a little bit off, but I do feel like I'm starting to feel it more. I still don't think I really feel this nipple, but I feel like I'm starting to feel more and more sensation on this nipple. That's like, I think, tied to this part being more swollen and this part feeling like random pain. We'll see where things go, and hopefully this guy catches up. That's where I'm at with like mobility, pain, sensation, and appearance. I won't be seeing my surgeon till like my 1 year mark, and I'm not like feeling a lot of concern. I'm fine to wait till 1 year and see where things are at. In the meantime, I'm just gonna focus on what I can control, and that's like working out more, getting fitter, getting leaner, and just working on my confidence as well. And I'm also just like letting tea do its thing on my like dudeliness. So that's about it for like this video. There's new art on my Instagram. I drew me and my boy Steven. He is the best boy ever. I am obsessed with him, and so is my baby girl Juno. My next video will probably be 5 months on tea. I'm holding Juno because she's just suddenly wanted my attention. I have the clingiest children tonight. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them my way. I do want to do like a Q&A at some point, but we'll see if I get enough questions for that. I do want to eventually maybe like start talking about like other things I'm learning as I like go and progress along my transition, like maybe like fitness stuff when I start to get better at being fit, fashion stuff as I like try to like get a better handle on like how I want to look and how I want to dress. Right, you know? Maybe like what masculinity and being a man means to me, trans history, Philippine like queer history. We'll see what I like dig up, because I'm like learning about things and I want to share the things I'm learning about. Let me know what sounds interesting, and bye.